Hey, welcome to Caching in the Northwest, the show, the podcast where all the hosts are bearded and wearing brown. But also, this is the podcast from the birthplace of geocaching right here in the Great Pacific Northwest. Now it's Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, and they call me Chris of the Northwest. And we're going to find out about geocachers and geocaching from here and all around the globe. So while you're pulling the snow tires off the Subaru, we'll be caching in the Northwest. And tonight, we're talking about the newest addition to the geocaching game. Yes, that's treasures. So listeners, tell us your experiences with these new digital items and stay tuned to find out all the details. You can even find out more at cachingnw.com. Now, it's time to bring in the guy with the greatest wits I know. Yes. When you see him at an event, you should ask him to perform his interpretive dance concerning rutabagas.
Oh, I thought it was the African anteater ritual.
Oh,
it's from a movie. Anyway, yes, indeed. Get those snow tires off the Subaru. Quit tearing up my roads that I pay taxes for with your metal studs out there, and get off my lawn while you're at it.
I thought you would want them on your lawn with the metal studs. It's free aeration.
Oh, aeration, yes.
And then they're not tearing up the roads.
I was just looking at having to do that. Aeration, dethatching all the time. Because, it's officially spring. So, indeed.
Spring has sprung. Has the grass riz?
Yeah, I have not gone out and done any yard work yet this year. But I was looking at it the other day thinking it's coming soon. So, time to go see if where the birdies is. It's time to go out and see if the lawnmower will start because I forgot to treat the fuel in the tank last year.
I never do that.
I don't know. I did the season before. This year I've got one more mowing, and then for some reason I just got busy and never got back out. So anyway, it is spring. It is Thursday night. It is 7 p.m. and we're here to talk about geocaching or sea aching in the Northwest.
It's like my shoulder.
That's right. And before we can jump into the news and the topic of the evening, we'd like to take a moment and thank all of our patrons who help keep this podcast coming each and every week. Special thanks to the corporate Denali level sports members. Corporate Denali level sponsors. See, we need to have the monkey back and read all this because he are good at it. Our first corporate Denali level sponsors, well, that would be the Land Sharks. You can go check out the Fungi-tastic Mushroom Trackables. They're available on the website and in the store. Don't forget the mystery bags. They're on sale. And, of course, the Bigfoot geocache containers. So if you're a fun guy or a fun gal, go check out all they have to offer over at Landsharks, LANDSHARKZ.ca. We'd also like to thank Cachely. Cachely is the premier geocaching app for iOS. Version 8.1 with Cachely Pro features offline maps of the entire world. You can navigate while offline. You can do DeLorme challenges, county challenges, any kind of things you want to do geocaching related. You can finish all the grids, and someday you can use CarPlay. Go check it out at cachely.com or download it in the iOS App Store. And finally, last but not least, we'd like to thank Tourism Valemount, where every season offers its own unique adventure. Valemount is nestled in the mountains, surrounded by towering peaks, lush forests, and pristine rivers. It provides endless opportunities for year-round exploration. So whether you seek outdoor thrills or a peaceful retreat, Valemount awaits you. And if any of y'all's out there would like to know more about supporting this here show, head over and click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website.
Are there grits involved in that?
There ought to be.
Bless their
Yes.
little hearts.
Yes, Brian, all y'all's.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say it. I got a haircut today.
Which one?
This one on the back. You
Okay.
can't see it from
It's
this
a
angle.
dad joke. I had to. You left that low-hanging fruit there.
And, I don't know. What do you say? Hairdresser knows that I do podcast on Thursday night. I told her, hey, you should be a sponsor on the podcast because my hair has been brought to you by Wanda. So there you go.
Hello, Wanda.
Now, you may notice, and astute listeners probably have noticed, and those even watching, that we're down a host. So send Land Monkey your well wishes on the social media platform of your choice and say, we miss you. He'll like that.
He will.
And you know what else you could ask him? You could ask him, what is a glow? Because I know people are asking, what is a glow?
I have heard people ask.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like this. What is a glow?
Wow.
It looks like that. What is a glow?
Wow. That's exactly what it looks like.
What
the glow
is a glow?
How many glows are there? Are there 3 glows? Or no, there are 4 glows or 5 glows? No, the glow is the geocaching log of the week. So whether you read it or whether you wrote it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. You can send an email or a recording on your fancy smartphone to feedback@cachingandw.com. You can call into 253-693-TFTC. You know what else you can do? You can even go over to our Discord channel. The link is on the homepage at cachingandw.com. There is a is it a channel? Yeah, there's a section there just for glows. In fact, we're sharing one tonight. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Okay. We're sharing one tonight. We're verbally posting a glow. It's not going to get any better. From CRS98 who shared right there on that Discord server.
Okay, yeah. It seems like everything I do on that Discord server, I just click here to prove you're not human, but prove you're human, prove you're human, prove you're human. God, I find Discord annoying at times.
But are you human?
I don't know. It never tells me you are or aren't. It just, so. Anyway, let's jump into the glow, shall we? CRS98, as you mentioned, shared this, from the Discord channel. And it's a DNF log. Yes, indeed. Glows don't have to be fines. It is stumped at Carkeek. Carkeek Park is north of Seattle there. And it's GC Alpha Quebec Hotel Victor Hotel. So put that.
I think I've been to the Hotel Victor Hotel.
It's a possibility. Mm-hmm. Is it a 1-star or a 5-star?
It's redundant.
All right. CRS98 says, I used to have a cache in Carkeek Park. That was GC25 Bravo Charlie 3. It was called Vernal Equinox because, today is the vernal equinox, the start of spring. He says, I placed it on the vernal equinox in March of 2010 and then archived it early March of 2020 because, that's when the world ended. And just a few days before the world shut down for COVID, as I was trying to clear some space for folks to refresh the game board, which was an HQ initiative at that time. My cache hadn't been found all that often in the previous few years, and so it seemed like a good candidate to remove and clear some space. So with it now being March 2025, and there are a bunch of new caches in Carkeek Park, it seemed like an opportune time to come back and spend some time hiking the trails again. At first, I didn't see the stump as my GPS wanted me to go farther up the trail, and a tree obscured the obvious giant stump. After consulting enough logs and photos, I realized that it must be there and obvious, and I expanded my search down the trail a bit and spotted the monster. I had read a lot of logs that talked about the mud, which was also obvious, and that many folks had been able to spot the cache from the trail, which I could not. I do geocache in boots and actually was wearing a pair that were almost new. This was the second wearing on this trip. Well, boots, you are about to get muddy. I made my way to the stump, and the new boots did their main job of keeping my feet dry, even if they were caked in mud. Okay, now it's time to seek out this obvious cache. How about here? Nope. Under this debris pile? Nope. In this crack? Nope. Time to start breaking out the flashlight. Still nada. I made my way across the front of the stump and back, picking up a thicker layer of mud, but still couldn't find this cache. Bugger. But at least my feet stayed dry.
There you go. Nice. So there you go. Even if you don't find the cache, sometimes the adventure is worth creating a log, and always log your DNFs because that's going to help somebody else down the road, or even the cache owner.
And might even make it on the podcast as a glow.
That's right. So the vernal equinox that just happens to be today.
It does.
I really thought it was tomorrow.
Winter is officially over. Today, tomorrow. Tomato.
It's
It's already tomorrow in part of the world.
That's right. That's right. So, folks, tonight we're talking about treasures. And if you want to talk about treasures with us, and we're talking geocaching treasures, but if you found other treasure, you know what? I'm not going to tell you no. Use the hashtag treasure right there in the chat. We've got quite an active chat going already. So thank you very much. You know, we appreciate you. We really do. And of course, you can use the hashtag FATAS, as Starcacher has already done, to bring up anything for the after show. So, have you guys listening, watching, have you had a chance to meet us yet in person? Probably.
I have.
Oh, yeah. I have too. I meet myself in the mirror every morning, and I'm still shocked at what I see. But nonetheless, there I am. Here's your chance to meet us all in person. So inflate your floaties or take a ferry. I thought that was clever.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to swim, of course. April 12th, the 2025 Land Sharks and CNW Community Celebration Event. That is, let me find it, GC Alpha Victor Zulu 4 Bravo. Look at that. Somebody has. It's GSM times 2.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was just looking at the calendar. That's just like a little over, what, 3 weeks away?
Yeah, it's not that far away. The Land Sharks are thrilled to welcome Chris, Jim, and Jay of Caching in the Northwest podcast back to the Shark Store for a live in-person broadcast. Oh, yes, in person, baby. So,
that's impressive that they still want to host us because they have met us.
I know. You notice we don't go back to a lot of places that, you know, we go to, and it's like, okay, that's it. We're not allowed back. Join us April 12th for an exciting afternoon of geocaching camaraderie, where you can mingle with the hosts, swap trackables, and make sure you don't mingle with the trackables and swap the hosts. That doesn't work. And enjoy snacks and beverages. Whether you're a longtime listener or brand new to the show, this is a rare chance to see a live recording, chat about all the things geocaching, and connect with fellow geocachers both near and far.
See a live recording, you know?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I don't often
watch a live videotaping. Hear a live videotaping?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah.
And that's between 2 and 4 in the afternoon.
Is that Fahrenheit or is it no?
2 to 4 p.m. 2 to 4 Celsius.
Okay.
It's chilly.
That's metric time.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's it. That's coming up. Come out and see us. It'll be a blast. Why? Look at what Land Monkey says. Reminder to our USA listeners, patrons, and friends, very welcome to come join us live in Victoria, BC. Okay. Now, right now, there's a brand new season and a new souvenir. So welcome the arrival of the equinox to the northern and southern hemispheres with a unique souvenir. Geocaching HQ has a special March equinox souvenir just for you.
For me?
Yeah. From March 20th to the 23rd. So today till, I'm assuming,
Sunday?
Monday.
Sunday, Monday, whatever that is. Yeah.
find one geocache. We don't know which one.
Yeah.
Event cache or adventure lab to earn your souvenir. It's pretty easy. You can go out and find a geocache and an event cache in our adventure lab. This year, we're celebrating the changing of the seasons with souvenir artwork inspired by the crowned cranes from each hemisphere. I liked this. We read it last week, and I was quite impressed. Cranes represent migratory patterns and seasonal changes. In the northern hemisphere, the red-crowned crane represents harmony and the balance of life. In the southern hemisphere, the gray-crowned crane represents change and a renewal of life.
Okay.
I feel like I'm on a PBS documentary right now.
Just so you're not Marlon Perkins, because he always stayed in the Jeep while Jim went out and wrestled the wild wildebeest. Poor Jim.
Every week Jim went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd learn better.
No. Well, Marlon apparently got paid more.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So whatever this season brings you in change, we hope you find peace in the transition and joy in your next geocache find.
Okay, yeah. I used to work in downtown Seattle where there were a lot of cranes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they were red or gray.
One of my clients has a huge crane up right now. They used one crane to build another crane.
Yes. Yeah.
That was impressive.
I don't know if they're bringing harmony or change. Probably change.
And neither one were gray or red. I don't know what crested crane was constructed.
Okay. Well, apparently they're a different breed.
Oh, okay. Construction cranes.
Someone is aging themselves with Marlon and Jim reference. I think it's references. Yes, of course.
Are we though?
I am that old.
Okay.
Yeah. All righty. I tell people I'm old enough that I had to ask permission to use the telephone to call my friends and stand in the kitchen because the rotary dial phone was bolted to the kitchen wall.
Yes.
So there you go.
Did you ever get the long curly cord so you could go off into another room and have a private conversation?
Oh yeah, we had about a 25-foot cord in there.
Yeah.
And it was always tangled.
Yeah.
Okay, so another news, the Golden State Gladiator Jeep is out. Everybody should go buy 2 of those.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the end, you'll see the price. Maybe not 2.
Okay, I'm thinking they should buy 2 because they need to donate 1 to the podcast.
To the host.
Yes.
You drive, buy 2, drive them to the event on April 12th.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
Just give 1 to one of the hosts. You can choose which host.
Okay, so Jeep is debuting the 2025 Gladiator Big Bear Edition Jeep. What was that? I missed that.
So just the hosts on the show tonight.
Yeah. Oh, the other host already has a Jeep. Let's see. The 2025 Jeep Gladiator Big Bear Edition brings Californians their own unique take on the Gladiator. It's a special edition mid-size pickup truck that delivers popular content as standard and at a great value, plus signature Jeep capability and open-air freedom. If you've ever shared a long car ride with me, you'll want that open-air freedom. Let me guarantee you that.
Folks,
let's see.
He's not joking.
Yeah. I released my own fragrance. Nobody in the car seemed to like it. This Big Bear Edition Jeep is a tribute to the inspiring outdoors and adventurous people of California. So GSM times 2, I think they're looking at you.
Yeah, that's right.
It features 17-inch black painted aluminum wheels, 32-inch mud terrain tires, steel stock rails, a body color hardtop, a black McKinley trimmed leather seating, and more. Jeep Gladiator is engineered from the ground up to be the most off-road capable Jeep truck ever, with best-in-class 4x4 payload, unsurpassed towing, and is the only truck in its class to offer multiple ways to experience open-air freedom.
Now, you may be wondering, why are they talking about a Jeep? Well, Jeep is not a new sponsor, but hey, Jeep, let's have some talks. We're willing.
Yeah.
But this next point is why we brought it up on today's show.
Let's just ask Johnny to read some more here. This Jeep offers extensive digital in-vehicle features from apps for geocaching, Wi-Fi hotspot, Jeep Off-Road Pages Plus, and more. Jeep Gladiator Big Bear Edition is limited to 5,000 units and is available to order now at California dealers at a starting U.S. MSRP of, drumroll please,
Wait, I got it right here.
Oh, do you? See? The little tiny drum roll sounded.
Sorry.
The MSRP is $46,090.
There you go. But
like I said, buy two.
Digital in-vehicle features for maps for geocaching. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I mean, Jeep has been associated with geocaching for, these many years.
See, is it? Oh shoot, Skyhawker.
Mhm.
He's for a mere 100K. It's less than half that, so you can buy two.
Yeah.
And have money left over.
Brian Lang approves Jeep as a new podcast sponsor.
Oh yes, so does Land Monkey.
As does Land Monkey. So there you go. I mean, Jeep, you no longer have a choice. Sorry.
3 out of 3 hosts recommend Jeep to sponsor this podcast.
That's right. Okay.
What else we got?
More news from Coos Bay. So April 12th, if you're not coming up to Victoria,
And you
I
should
suggest you go down to Coos Bay. So perhaps you're in the southern part of the state or in Oregon, and Victoria is just kind of out of range. But Coos Bay, Saturday, April 12th, at the library is hosting a geocaching 101 workshop with the South Coast Geocachers of Oregon. The class is an introduction to the fun, get this, the high thrill hobby of geocaching.
It is in a classic, in a Jeep digital edition.
Yeah, that's right.
See, maybe they're giving a Jeep away.
We'll spend time understanding
Oregon.
and then explore ways to test your newly acquired skills, perhaps in an open air Jeep.
Could be.
Participants will team up, this is the part I like, with experienced cachers who will share their knowledge and stories from the field and help guide your way. I think that's a fantastic way.
That is really cool.
Getting people connected into geocaching. And yes, high thrill.
High thrill.
Extreme geocaching.
So by all means, if you're not going to be at the Landshark store on the 12th, head down to Coos Bay Library, check out this event. It sounds like a lot of fun. And if you do go there and some of those experienced cachers share their knowledge and stories, encourage them to submit them as a glow.
I like that. And if you're a longtime listener to this podcast, you are the experienced cacher. So go share. Now, there's more events coming. Geocachers across the U.S. are set to gather in Abilene, Kansas for the 2025 Midwest Open Geocaching Adventure. Geocachers like their acronyms. This one's called MOGA. It's
When you only got a little bit of GA, you need MOGA.
MOGA. Isn't that like more Georgia?
Could be. Missouri, Georgia.
Oh, do they have a common border? It's a major geocaching event celebrating 25 years of the hobby, taking place March 28th through the 30th. So you don't have a lot of time, but you will not be able to get your souvenir by waiting to do MOGA. You've got to do caching before then. The event will feature over 400 participants, is open both to new and experienced geocachers. The event coordinator, Ryan Semmel. Hey, wait, we've talked to that man before.
I was gonna say that name rings a bell.
Shared that the gathering will include competitors from far away as New Jersey and Florida, along with geocaching vendors. MOGA 2025 will focus on classic geocaching competitions like orienteering and puzzle solving, where participants use GPS and land navigation skills to locate geocaches within a set time frame. In addition, the Abilene Convention and Visitors Bureau, the CVB, because we like our acronyms, will introduce a Visit Abilene Geo Tour with new geocaching locations around the city. Did you know MOGA was founded in 2004?
2004?
2004 is almost what I came out with. It's returning to its roots this year by simplifying the event to highlight traditional orienteering challenges. Alongside the main competition, participants can enjoy other activities, including a raffle, trivia, and a poker run. This year's especially significant MOGA coincides with the 20th anniversary of Amingo, Wits End, do you know what a mingo is?
I do now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time I did not, but I got educated.
It's the world's oldest active geocache, which is currently located nearby. Well, I suppose it's always been located
It's
nearby.
pretty much in the same spot it's always been. Yes.
The event is free to attend, although the competitions will require a $5 entry fee.
That's a bargain.
Yeah. Mr. Semmel emphasizes that geocaching offers not only physical activity, but adventure, and also fosters a sense of community among participants. Those interested, signups are available through the geocaching websites or the official MOGA page.
All right. I'd paste a link to that in the chat, but I don't have it handy. So it might show up there in the next few minutes. Who knows?
I wonder if any of you guys are going to MOGA.
Yeah. Well, if any of you are heading to Moga, put it in the chat. Tell us about it. And when you get there,
Call us
record
from
us.
Mingo.
Yeah. Call us from Mingo. Send us a field recording.
Yeah.
I hear
That
you
you've
can do that.
MOGA'd at Mingo.
Or did you Mingo at Moga?
It was mild.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, is that the extent of our news? I think that's all the news I
Well,
see that's fit the
kind
purge
of.
here.
Right? Because the topic tonight really is news.
You know, it is kind of. Oh, there you go. There's the link. Thank you. I just had a hunch it would show up. Moga2025.com. Almost could have guessed that's what it was. Okay. Well, yes. The other news item tonight is the topic of the evening, and it's treasures. I mean, who doesn't love a treasure, really?
You know,
You
some
hunt-
people have called us treasures.
Not very many.
No, but like our moms,
Yeah, well, there's that.
they were people.
Yeah. So there was some news on the GC blog this week all about treasures.
Oh, hey. We are a Northwest treasure.
Oh, NW treasures from NW Cat. Cats? Cat. I
Cats.
can't remember now. Yeah. NW Cats.
Cool cats.
So you might be wondering, treasures, they sound cool. How do I collect treasures? Do you know?
I do.
Oh, do share.
I went out today and I
What?
collected a treasure. Yes.
Here's one Chris has prepared earlier.
I did it a couple of different ways.
Okay.
Just so, of course I did it through the official geocachinger app. And sure enough, when you log, up comes a pop-up. You found a treasure. Ooh. There was a pop-up.
Yeah,
right?
that's spring. Yeah.
I like yours better. And it got it. I added it. Easy peasy. I also went and found one with Cachely because, as new features come out into the app, they often don't get pushed down to the API partners until a little later.
Sure.
So I found that. Didn't get a pop-up, didn't get an alert from the geocachinger app. Of course, I had closed it. So I thought maybe I'd get some sort of pop-up alert. I didn't, but as soon as I opened the app, I went into the treasures section. Boom, there's a new treasure sitting in there for me.
Okay.
So there are 2 collections to start with. In fact, you know what? For those of you watching, let's add treasures right now to the screen. Ooh. The first treasure I got was the GPS satellite. It's part of the Geocaching Origins collection. This treasure represents the GPS satellite system that helps geocachers find hidden caches around the world. And it does list what cache you found it on, which I think is kind of nice.
And in that first collection,
Mm-hmm.
there are 4 treasures. Just saying.
What about the second collection? Could there be 4 treasures?
There could be. There could be more treasures.
That has been going on for quite some time. Okay. BC Rockcrawler got his first 4 yesterday.
Awesome.
Good for you.
And did you tell us how we collect them? How did you get those?
Well, just simply by finding and logging traditional caches. That's
Okay.
how you're going to get the first 4.
That's the first 4. That's the collection 1, geocaching origins, because the origins of geocaching are in traditional caches, really.
That's
So
true.
log traditional caches, get original treasures.
So, just in case you're not watching, on the geocaching website and on the official geocaching app, treasures have their own page, and each collection has its own, like a display case with the treasures you have found and then empty question marks for the ones you haven't found yet. So I thought that was kind of nice that they have their own display case. Just Carlos says, I logged 4 from my last 4 finds. I thought it might be a bit more random. I think the first ones. Just Carlo goes on to say, if you find a cache that meets the requirements, Bryling says, if you find a cache that meets the requirements to earn a treasure, you get the treasure. Boom, quick, done. So there you go.
And I think they're starting out that way so that you kind of build up the difficulty over time.
Right. Yeah. Land Monkey says the first 4 are easy to get you hooked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like anything that's really enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. And of course, there are 5 in the next group.
Yes. And viewers will notice, and I just noticed that the 5 in the second group on the page you're showing there don't have question marks. They've got padlocks.
Ooh, they do. Do you know why?
I'm guessing you have to get the first 4 before you can start collecting the next 5.
Collection 2, called Celebrating 25 Years. You can collect these treasures by finding and logging any type of geocache with a difficult rating of 1.5 or lower. If you complete the Celebrating 25 Years collection, you'll earn the Celebrating 25 Years souvenir. Okay. So you will get a souvenir by completing a collection. And of course, you don't complete the first. Now, this isn't always going to be true, but to get into the 25-year celebration, you have to complete the geocaching origins collection to unlock the next one.
Okay.
So as you remember Brian talking, there are a lot of dials they can turn to set the complexity for these treasures. So the first set of 4 is just logging any traditional geocache. We don't care the difficulty. It could be a difficulty 5.5, right? Difficulty terrain 5.5. You're still going to get it. It could be a 1.1. You're still going to get the same souvenir.
As long as it's a traditional.
Yes.
I wonder how many traditionals are 5.5. Usually there are puzzles or something, but
yeah, that's true.
Anyway, I'm sure they're out there. Well, that's exciting. I see you're halfway through your geocaching origins set there. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I worked hard at that. And I just want to let you know, out of all the caches I found a treasure every time.
That's good consistency there. All right. So if I didn't get out and get mine, am I out of time?
Yes.
How much time do I have to collect these treasures? Does 4 hours left in the day. I better run right now.
No, you've got plenty of time.
Okay. Yeah, I see here that the first 4 collections, which we haven't even talked about any more than the first 2, they are not time limited. They're available indefinitely for you to collect at whatever pace works best for you. So maybe you've got some friends or relatives that don't even get started geocaching till next month, next year. They'll still be there. They'll still be able to collect treasures. So that's cool.
I was just looking through.
I was going to say, some great comments coming in here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the first are easy. Did we say that GSM times 2 got his first collection yesterday and should get the next one as soon as I log today's finds?
Well done.
Nice. Sprouter says, I managed to complete both sets and got 2 souvenirs over the last 2 days.
Well, that's efficient.
Yeah. And Star Casher says, since the start of treasures, I've only done an Earth cache and a Ceto. So I have not officially started this new feature.
Okay, yeah, and I went and looked at my logs to see. I haven't done a lot, but my last traditional cache log was from August, so yeah, I didn't get them yet, but I'll get out there.
Mhm. So I was going to talk about this. This is really nice. So if you look at the current collection you're working on,
Hmm.
right? You've got at the top here, you've got information and you've got a magnifying glass.
Ooh,
That magnifying glass will filter out the geocaches that meet the requirement for these treasures. So
okay, so
let me click this right now.
it'll filter out the caches that don't
Right.
qualify.
It'll filter for
Okay, filter for,
caches that
yes.
require. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
that was the wrong wording.
That's
So,
okay.
if anywhere around me, I've got 2.4 million choices.
What are you
So
waiting for?
pretty good chance I'm going to be able to finish this collection.
Okay, little experience tip here showing. Dormore says, be careful when you click that magnifying glass. It'll change the filters on your map, and you'll only see qualifying caches unless you reset those filters.
Like hit the clear all button right over here.
Yeah.
And then you get 3.3 million caches.
Okay. So quite a few
Mhm.
qualify for this first Origins collection.
Yes. All the traditional caches qualify for the original. Okay, so you've seen that there's a link on the treasures page at the top of the
Hmm.
profile of your geocaching mobile app. You can click the link image and see the treasures that you have and you've collected. And similarly on the website, you can visit the treasures page by going to your dashboard and clicking clicking treasures and right next to your view profile button. That was so easy to say.
I can tell. All right. So we've mentioned that these are going to be available indefinitely, which is really comforting to know that I don't have to rush right out, leave the podcast early and go find caches so I get my souvenirs. But once I get these two, am I done? Or are there going to be more collections available in the future?
Well, there are more collections coming.
Ooh, do tell.
Somebody said it here. Yeah. Sprouter says the next set of treasures come out in April.
That's not that far away.
No, I mean, you could get those while you're going to an event.
You could.
Just saying. The next collection will be navigation tools. This collection celebrates the tools that explorers have used to navigate the world. The collection features 5 treasures ranging from an astrolabe to a map.
I don't
And
know that I've ever used an astrolabe to find a cache.
well, I want to jump back up here to and see now. I should have. Oh, here we go. Wet Coaster says, I used to go orienteering when I was in high school. It was so long ago, we used a needle floating in a bowl of water as a compass. So maybe that could be one of the tools used to in the next collection of treasures.
It's possible. It's a compass.
So there you go. So you can use these treasures, or you can collect these treasures by logging any traditional cache with a difficult rating of 2 or higher
Oh,
and a terrain rating of 1.5 and lower. So
okay.
D2, T 1.5. And Rory says for the next group, that's 1.5 million caches.
Okay, so filters out 1 million or so. That's about 500,000 globally and 500,000 in Germany,
Right.
roughly.
And then in April, we get another set.
And then,
And then this is when it gets fun to me.
okay.
Okay. So the next collection in April is going to be an egg hunt. This collection highlights 8 different geocache types with 8 different treasures. Each treasure in this collection has a different criteria for the geocaches you have to find in order to log and collect the treasure. These treasures can be collected in any order.
Okay, so they wanted to pick something that really symbolized treasure and was of great monetary value So they chose eggs.
Oh, man. Are you kidding? I can't
Yeah.
afford eggs.
That's right.
So,
Yes, egg number one.
mhm,
Should we jump into the list here?
please.
Egg number one, which, as he mentioned, you do not have to find this one first. It's just the first on the list, people. You collect this one by finding and logging one traditional cache with a difficult rating of 2 or above.
Okay. Okay. That doesn't seem too hard.
Maybe not 3.4 million of them out there, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of them.
And then egg 2 is find and log one mystery cache with a
Yeah,
difficult rating of 2 or above.
I'm sensing a theme because egg three is you collect and find and log one multi cache, the difficulty rating of 2 or above.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay. How about egg 4? You can collect this one by logging one letterbox hybrid with a
Yeah,
difficulty rating of 2 or above.
it's a difficulty rating of 1 when very large values of 1 and you're rounding.
Exactly. It's
Okay,
1.6 or above.
yeah. Egg 5, you collect that one by attending any regular event cache.
A
No,
difficulty of
yeah, there's no number 2 in this one at all. So it kind of throws off the curve there. But
okay.
egg 6,
Yep.
it's another kind of event. That's a CETO, cash in, trash out event. You
Where
get
you
egg
may
6.
actually have a chance to find an egg.
It is
Last
conceivable.
year's Easter egg.
Yeah.
Egg 7 is found by logging, don't tell Land Monkey, any Earth cache. Now,
Okay.
Land Monkey may not actually be able to complete this one.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if there's any earth caches left for him to find, but maybe there's one somewhere.
And what about
And
number 8?
number 8, you collect by finding and logging any virtual cache.
You
I don't
know?
honestly know where the closest virtual cache to me is, but I'll bet there's one out there somewhere.
Oh, I know exactly where my closest virtual cache is to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How far away is it?
About 40 feet underwater.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So on Saturday, let's break away from treasures for a moment. I want to tell a story.
Okay, please do.
Yeah. That
Gather
gives
round,
everybody,
children.
yes, gather round. Listen to Uncle Northwest as he tells a story.
Show the pictures.
I didn't take any picture. I took some pictures. We went and did a CETO with Cool Cow Cachers. This is unlike a CETO I've ever done before. So yes, this CETO was at Les Davis Pier, right here in
There in
Tacoma.
Tacoma.
Yeah, a very popular pier for fishing. It's
It
on
is.
the Ruston waterfront that people enjoy walking, biking, exercising, roller skating. What else do any mode of transportation up and down that they tend to enjoy. And it was very interesting. So the local dive club decided to come out and do a cleanup off the pier. And Cool Cow Cachers, being a member of the geocaching community and the local dive club, decided to put a CETO together at the same time. So this was very effective. They had gone down earlier that day and looked, and yes, there was a good amount of material to haul up. So I had asked Cool Cow Cachers, well, if you're pulling things up, can you just pull up that object down there that we're supposed to take a picture with? And he
Sure.
goes, no, it's probably several hundred pounds. Bummer. Okay. So I wasn't able to log that virtual cache, and I probably will not be able to log that virtual cache. Though I would like to learn to scuba dive. That's another story. So anyway, I attended a scuba CETO. Now, I walked around and we picked up trash as you normally do during a CETO with trash picker and a bag. And, it was interesting because I met a gal from the scuba or Federal Way Scuba Club who came down to support them. And, she didn't know anything about geocaching, but she came down to support the dive team, the dive club,
Cool.
and their event. So I thought that was very nice. Okay. Now, let's get back to treasures. Like Cool Cow Cachers, he's quite the treasure.
Indeed. Let's see. I was looking through the chat. There's a whole bunch of great stuff in there.
GSM times 2 says the egg challenge will expose the people who are going to be motivated by treasures and those who are not motivated by them. You know, treasures to me points out one thing that souvenirs do not, right? If you get a souvenir, poop, it pops into your profile. Yay, I got it. Thanks a lot. If you don't get the souvenir, you never know it was there, right? So a state I haven't been to isn't shown like like here, the treasures in their display case. There's not this circle with a question mark in it. Oh, I'm missing one. Where with treasures, it's going to show that way. So that's going to motivate me to complete the set because I don't want to see something that, oh, I missed it. I didn't get them all.
Right.
Right. So that's one thing that will motivate me personally, where souvenirs, they're fine, but they don't drive me like a treasure does. Let's see. If I go to souvenirs, dun dun dun. You see, I have several there. I know I don't have them all. I know I've missed some. But
yeah, you got quite a few there. 275 to be precise.
Oh, there's people with many, many more. But you go to your dashboard, you click treasures, and there they are. So yeah, not having that displayed in that display case is going to bother me.
So it will weed you out.
Yes.
Expose the people, so to say.
Mary asks, are non-premium members able to log caches of 2.0 DT or higher? If not, later treasures are not available to them. Well, you can always log those caches. You may not be able to see them in the app.
Right. And Brylang answers here.
Oh, thank you.
It's only a limitation on the official geocaching app. If you use Cachely, GC Droid, GeoGo, CGO, or a physical GPSR, and you can still log the cache via the website. So
there you go.
Yeah, you can't use the official app for logging that.
I've not been a basic member for so long, and I know they changed things. So I thank you, Brylang. I wasn't sure the answer to that question, to be honest. I know on the official app you can't see the higher ratings, but
yeah, let's fear the tubas, by the way.
Yes.
And on a somewhat related question,
yes,
somebody asked if treasures were available for basic members, if you can even get treasures. Now, treasures are available for both premium and basic members, at least currently. Some future collections may be locked down to premium members only, but these first collections specifically are open to all because they want everybody to be able to participate. Premium members can use the advanced search to find caches that fit collection criteria.
Premium members can use advanced search. Oh, so does the magnifying glass on the page work for basic members? Is it there for all members, or is it there only for premium members?
I would think it would. Somebody will check it and find out. I see Brylang's fingers clicking away now, looking for stuff now. All right. So treasures could be fun.
Yeah. Starcacher. I really wanted to do a news article that I saw this week to pander just to you. It was from WTOL 11 in Toledo, at the radio, the TV station I remember growing up there. But it was video only. That the parks are opening for geocaching, and I could not find a print article, and I didn't necessarily want to play the video. So Starcacher says, when egg caches are mentioned, I think of the local Northwest Ohio type of guard or geocaches that were referred to as egg caches, easy guardrail grabs.
There you go.
I hadn't heard that one before. So there you go. Egg.
It's a good acronym.
Yeah. I remember one cache in Ohio, around Toledo, that was a 5 difficulty because you had to have a special tool. The hider had used an old hard drive, had taken out the interior, but still used the Torx screws on the hard drive. You had to get a Torx driver, a small enough one, to open up the screws to open up the drive container to get to the log.
So that's not an easy park and grab.
Well, it is.
That's going to
if
take
have
you
the
a
right Torx
little bit of
driver.
time.
Yeah.
Even if you have that tool, it takes some time to open those things.
Yeah, 6 screws are not bad.
But if you've opened a hard drive and pulled the guts out, you know that that's a good source for some powerful magnets.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
Mhm. So there you have it.
So treasures.
Treasures.
I think they sound fun. I'm going to have to get out and go caching some more.
You are. Starcacher says, I found a geocache that needed that tool.
You found that one. Okay.
It was in Toledo, Ohio, the one
Okay.
I was referring to. Okay. BC Rock Crawler says search doesn't work on a basic membership. I can see the 4 empty spots.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you
Checking
so
it.
much, BC Rock Crawler. We appreciate that.
Yes, indeed. I need to get out and go caching in the Northwest.
And folks, we wanted to hear about your experiences with treasures. So go out, go find a geocache. Tell us about your experience with treasures. Are you going to get them all in one day? Are you going to collect them all? But what we want to say is thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Caching in the Northwest. And we want to take a moment to thank Landsharks, Cashly, and Tourism Valemount, our corporate Denali level sponsors. Landsharks is the outdoor adventure geocaching store. Check them out online, and they ship orders daily. Cashly is the geocaching app for iOS, and Valemount is the outdoor thrills and peaceful retreat you're seeking.
Indeed. It sounds like a lot of fun. We'd like to thank all the faithful Denali level supporters. That is, of course, Landsharks, Cashly, and Tourism Valemount, but also Cool Cal Cachers and Hawaiian Miley. If you want to know more about supporting the show, click the Patreon link. You'll find that over on the CachingNW.com website. And let's see. Remember when Land Monkey could read these all at once? I never.
You want to try?
Nope. I'm just going to start off with Kid Vegas 19.
M-Nerve.
Team Noltex.
Limax.
Butterfly Girl.
GSM times 2.
Subway Mark.
Camp Clan.
UDAC.
Wet Coaster.
J Car.
LG 9000.
CRS 98. Thanks for the glow.
Green Words.
Sky Hawker.
Lost Ken.
Just Carlo.
Corscott.
Boomer 365.
Flagman.
Terrible Tease.
GeoNav Pro.
Gas Station Tuna.
Geocaches.
Hackerdoc.
Seabeck Tribe.
Railroad.
Mountain Bike.
GeoBirder.
Keats 90. Oh, excuse me. Keats 94.
I was going to say, what happened at the end of that? Kitty Quest.
You Talks to Rocks.
Whidbey Island Gal.
Router.
Dora Moore.
Hey, very helpful, BC Rock Crawler.
Always helpful, B. Pendragon.
Alan, we need to know your geocaching name.
Trexer.
Genies.
Lugwork.
And Teas.
NW Cats.
Jafar.
And Peach of, well, they're probably getting close to Washington again. The Mariner season starting soon. So Peach of wherever you are currently.
Aren't we all currently where our feet are?
Yeah.
Folks, thanks for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. So if you like this show, please click the Patreon link on the CachingNW.com website. Better yet, share your ideas for things we can talk about. If you like the vibe, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and give us a review. If you were in a restaurant, you would leave a tip. If you were in a live audience, you'd clap. But since you're on a podcast, leave us a free, fast, fabulous, fantastic 5-star review. You can call into 253-693-TFTC and leave us a comment, ask us a question, or help us find a treasure any time of the day or night. And of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingNW.com. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Pacific for a live show and chat. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwoods, Jay Kennedy, and Brian Lang. It's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2025 by Chris Umfenauer. And folks, I ask you to stay tuned for, that went wrong, the after show.
The after show.
Did I not say 7 p.m. Pacific? Join us every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific.
Maybe I said the wrong time. I don't know.
7 p.m. Pacific. Let me do that 17 more times so you don't forget. 7 p.m. Pacific.
Yes. Currently, right now, we are approaching 7 p.m. Pacific standard time, as it should be.
Yeah.
Not bitter.
Just went on autopilot. Rewind the tape. Nope, not doing it. We only move forward. There is no back. Let's see. We had a couple of fantasies. Like this
at least one there, yeah.
From Starcacher. Yesterday, the Toledo area. That's Toledo, Ohio, folks. That's northwest Ohio.
It is.
Got a rare meteorological event of dirty rain. Dust, etc., was blown high in the air from the plain states, and our rains fell, and our rains fell through it, left cars covered with spots and grass.
I hear the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Oh. Sprouter says, Chris, it was fun caching with you last week. Thanks for the company.
Oh, Sprouter was always fun company when I've cached with him in the past.
Yeah, I said 9. Sorry. Yes, Sprouter, thank you. I just kind of invited myself along. Where are you going? Yeah, I'll go there too. Wet Coaster says, our hotels, flights, and car are booked for the Wild Rose Homecoming 2025 block party. GC Alpha Motel Juno November Flagstaff. Thank you. In Olds, Alberta.
DC Alpha Mike Juliet November Foxtrot in Olds, Alberta.
Fear the Tubas. Just discovered that basic membership does not support caches other than event and regular.
Oh.
This is frustrating, as I was in the process of making some teaching caches for a puzzle and a multi. Oh, interesting. Even on the website, it doesn't. It doesn't allow for that. Now, I know it doesn't in the app. The app, they want to push you that way. But I would be interested to see if that was true for like a CGO app.
One that doesn't use the API, but web scrape stuff. Mm-hmm. I haven't used CGO in a long time, but I liked it a lot when I did use it.
Mm-hmm. I get that a lot. I liked it a lot, and I hear people saying it's just I didn't feel right using it because it is just going through and scraping and not using an API. But HQ could shut it down anytime they wanted to, but they haven't.
They haven't. So
does that mean it's right, or they're just looking the other way and they want more people caching? I don't know. But what I do know is it's time. Folks, get out and get caching in the Northwest.